NKU.
Yeah, it'll be a good measuring stick. You know, Cleveland State undefeated so far. Of course, that does count for 2 forfeits, but they've not left the friendly confines of the Wolstein Center yet. So this is going to be a gut check for them as well. And of course, you know, both these teams on a roll with Northern Kentucky having a 4-2 non-conference slate. That was always kind of been a sticking point in the first 6 seasons here for Cameron Witter at Northern Kentucky. So we'll see if that can carry on the momentum here into the conference opener at home.
Northern Kentucky wins the opening tap. We are underway at the BB&T Arena on this Friday night. Lone game in Horizon League play tonight. And Ivy Turner will take the first shot, and she'll get it to go.
How about that? That's a nice way to get your key player out and hot.
Take a look at the starters for Cleveland State. Coming up, Destiny Leo, of course, was the 6th player of the year in the Horizon League last year. She gets the start tonight along with Barbara Zeniewska, Brittany Moore, Isabel Gradwell, and Nadia Dumas, the starting 5. And it is Leo with the basketball with 9 on the timer using the high ball screen. Zeniewska will try the long 3. It rattles out, and the rebound pulled down by Kamari Mitchell-Steen.
Yeah,
we'll take a look at the starting 5 for Northern Kentucky. It's the same starting 5 they've run pretty much since the beginning of the season. As you will see, Ivy Turner, Lindsay Duval, Emmy Souter, Grayson Rose, and Kamari Mitchell-Steen, the freshman, has made an impact so far. Rose down to 10 on the timer as Duval goes to work. Kicks it back out to Turner. Ivy Turner splitting through the defense and blocked by Dumas. Only 2 on the timer. I don't think they're aware of it. It'll be a shot clock violation.
Cleveland State, one of the top shot blocking teams in the country. They average 5 per game.
Brady, let's take a look at the keys to tonight's game.
Well, for NKU, it's scoring depth. They've got to find somebody more than Carissa Garcia off the bench to score. Only one person on the bench averages more than 2 points per game, and it's pretty much the opposite for Cleveland State as their second and third leading scorers on their team, both double-figure scorers, and they come off of their bench. And, of course, for both teams, you got to crash the glass. Cleveland State leads the league in rebounding, while Grayson Rose for NKU is the top individual rebounder in the Horizon League.
Early offensive foul called against Dumas, and that'll send Emil Guafeng to the scorer's table, and a turnover for Northern Kentucky will bring Guafeng into the game.
Guafeng, another rim-protecting, shot-blocking threat, as both of those young ladies in the top 5 in the Horizon League in shots blocked. They average 5 as a team per game.
It'll be a battle in the post on both ends of the floor to determine the winner tonight. Great move, but the scoop shot does not go, and Emmy Souter grabs the rebound.
See Emmy Souter crashing the board. Grayson Rose is going to need help crashing the boards for sure, and Emmy Souter is the leading candidate to get that done. The only other true post player is going to see a lot of minutes for NKU.
Mitchell-Steen able to corral that pass. Up and under, shot can't get it to go, and Guafeng pulls down the rebound.
Northern Kentucky, if they don't crash the boards, it's going to be one and done every trip, so it's that much more important to knock down shots on the first opportunity.
Jumper at the other end will rattle home for Brittany Moore.
From UT Martin, sat out last year. She opted out of the season due to the pandemic, and she's back after sitting out a year.
It's kind of odd when you see players sit out a season, but in most cases now it is because of the pandemic and not because they had to sit out for the transfer as Ivy Turner buries the 3.
Turner getting red hot there. Well, that's what we talked about. Her kind of finding her scoring groove, and that gives them an extra scoring threat along with Lindsay Duval so that she doesn't have to carry the load all by herself.
Grayson Rose getting the shot block at the other end on Guafeng, but it goes out of bounds. It will stay with Cleveland State as Carissa Garcia comes in for the first time.
Garcia, the junior out of Fort Wayne, as there you take a look at Coach Witt.
At the Grinch.
How about that ugly Christmas sweater?
It is ugly sweater night, and she's got one of the best. Hoping to end up with Christmas treats tonight with those ugly sweaters. Ooh. Great up and under move, can't get it to go. And Grayson Rose another rebound.
Zeniewska just has a tough time finishing. She's got all the moves, but she's really to crash the glass and the rim protect. That's her main function, and scoring is a bonus for her.
And there's Grayson Rose going to work on the block and scoring.
Nice pass and the entry there by Ivy Turner. Got it down low to where Rose could work and back her player down. So there was no way they could defend that little 2-footer.
It's a 7-2 Northern Kentucky lead. It's about 4 minutes into this one. Leo turning the corner. Will kick it back out.
So every time Leo touches the ball, it turns into a double team, and Gradwell decides, okay, you going to double team my teammate, leave me open? I'll show you why you should respect my game.
And she drove all the way through the contact, able to finish at the rim to pull the Vikings to within 7-4. Garcia works it up top for Ivy Turner. And Garcia has it taken away by Moore.
Called a cops, Matt. That was a robbery right there, right in front of us.
Moore to the other end, coast to coast, but can't finish. And another rebound already for Grayson Rose.
Rose just stacking up them rebounds, averaging 11 per game.
Emmy Souter finding the wet spot on the floor as that ball's kicked. Will stay with Northern Kentucky. As Gabriella Smith, I should say. And we have an Isabel, we have a Gabriella, and we have
just an Isabel.
An Isabel. So it's a lot. There's the series history. Cleveland State 8-4. They did not play last year, Brady, because of the pandemic. The games were wiped out. The last meeting was won by Cleveland State back in 2020.
Yeah, and Northern Kentucky got a big win here a couple years ago. I think I might have been with you on the call for that back in 2019. That's the last time the Norse had beaten the Vikings.
Isabel Gradwell able to come up with a steal there. Leo losing control for a moment, able to corral it once again, and Guafeng will go to work again on Rose. And once again, Rose able to win that battle and grab the rebound.
Yeah, that's the thing. Rose is making sure it's one and done for the Vikings on their end of the offensive floor.
Our good friend Rich Hoyt calls Grayson Rose the best post defender in the Horizon League.
Well, he clearly has data to prove that this year, that's for sure.
Reaches the halfway point of the opening quarter. Turner works it inside for Emmy Souter, who goes to work. Souter with the left hand, and it rims out. Guafeng the rebound.
The banking board is your friend there, Matt Sexton.
Leo will pull up for a triple, and this one doesn't go, and another rebound for Grayson Rose.
And, I mean, she's just there. No one's contesting her as far as Cleveland State goes.
Averaging over 11 rebounds a game, and most of them coming on the defensive end as another turnover forced by Cleveland State. Moore quickly in transition, puts up the shot, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound this time. Smith not able to finish, and Rose grabs the ball, is tripped up, and a foul will go against Cleveland State. And that will take us to our first media time.
Duval, because I know that everybody's scouting report is to key on Duval, and somebody has to step up and gather some of that load, and it's been Ivy Turner here in these last couple of weeks.
Turner getting a break now as we see Kaylee Davis in. He'll put up a floater in the lane, can't get it to go. Brittany Moore pulls down the rebound. Already drawing to your one key earlier, talking about needing some bench contributions.
Kaylee Davis, who strikingly looks like Ivy Turner facially. They're almost built the same. I think Davis is a little bit smaller, but they play the same position, and if they can get in that situation where, eventually down the line, kind of like where it's Chris Brannon and Adrian Nelson on the men's side, where they're sharing one position and they're getting the productivity out of two people, I think Coach Whitaker would be very happy with that.
Davis from the powerhouse Renaissance High School in Detroit, Michigan, 18.5 points a game her senior year, and that's an air ball by Carissa Garcia.
Is that you that left the front door open, Matt Sexton?
It could have been.
I felt a little breeze coming out.
And we're going to take a look at Chris Kilsmeyer and what an outstanding job he's done at every level of coaching that he's been to.
About ready to say he was a winner in Division III, Division II, and now in his fourth season at Cleveland State, he's proven that, he had the resume to be able to win at the Division I level as well.
Jumper in the lane, wide open, can't get it to go. And Gradwell's miss ends up as another rebound for Grayson Rose. Here's Duval going to work on the baseline, guarded by Moore. Continues her push, fights through some contact, ball saved in by Brittany Moore.
There's a lot of contact, no call. Looks like they're going to let him play here, Matt. And I would endorse that fully.
We've seen a little bit of that this year. Leo, long range bomb and knocks it down.
I'd say get a hand in her face, but Mitchell Steen had one in her face, and it didn't matter. That's just a deadly drop-dead shooter there. Destiny Leo, over 50% from long range.
Pass in the lane, a scoop shot is in for Kamari Mitchell-Steen.
Kamari Mitchell-Steen brings an athleticism that really we haven't seen in the last couple years for Northern Kentucky. And she is definitely a defensive stopper as she is going to draw the assignment against Leo.
There's Gradwell, a chance from the other side, no good. Guafeng able to pull down the rebound and get it away to Leo before hitting the ground, and Leo buries another one.
Well, and that was just, a little bit of congestion there, down low, and a kick out, and Mitchell Steen just wasn't able to close out properly on Leo, and she was ready to shoot before the ball even gets to her. That's the difference with a great shooter. You got to always be ready. You can't just wait till it's in your hand because it's already too late.
For Duval on the baseline. Here's Grayson Rose trying a triple, can't get it to go. Duval, the offensive rebound, fights for position, puts it back up and in.
Lindsey Duval is just a special talent, getting down low, carving out space. Not exceptionally big or powerful, but just knows all the nooks and crannies.
One of the best rebounding guards in the Horizon League. Here's Moore going to try the triple off the front of the rim, and now Duval, another rebound.
And then she's got that heart. That's a measurable that you can't, that is not tangible. You don't know the space, not exceptionally big or powerful, but just knows all the nooks and crannies.
One of the best rebounding guards in the Horizon League. Here's Moore going to try the triple off the front of the rim, and now Duval, another rebound.
And then she's got that heart. That's a measurable that you can't, that is not tangible. You don't know the speed of someone's motor until you just see them out there playing.
It's also one of those players that can decide to take a game over at any point if need be.
Dayton State playing this 2-3 zone here.
Kamari Mitchell-Steen with 10 on the timer in the lane between two defenders, can't get it to go. Rose for a moment had it, but ends up with Gabriella Smith.
Well, Mitchell-Steen did a great job getting in the painted area, just couldn't knock it down. And that's how you got to beat a zone, or at least that's one way, is just get into that painted area, right around the logo. That's where that sweet spot is.
Down to the final minute of the opening quarter. Moore thought about going baseline. We'll pick it up top for Leo. Now Carissa Garcia on Leo. Down to 7 on the timer. Using the high screen, got to throw up the triple, and that hit nothing but the backboard. And the rebound pulled down by Davis.
Yeah, not a great shot selection there by Leo, but she had knocked those first two down. That was more of a heat check there.
And Carissa Garcia steps out of bounds before she can get the pass away. You see Isabella Geraci in for the first time, along with Deja Williams.
Cleveland State only has 10 players available to them of the 15 on the roster, but we'll see all 10 of them play. In fact, another one just checked in.
Raven Harris.
Yeah, they're backup big, Raven Harris. She doesn't play a whole lot, averages about 5.3 minutes per game, just a sophomore. But Chris Kilsmeyer is going to definitely use all of his available bullets.
And here comes the trap, and a foul going to be called on Mitchell-Steen as Geraci fell over the top of her before she turned it over.
Coach Witt saying that it was a travel. Let's see if we can out on the replay here, but they've been heating up that ball, and yeah, it looks like that pivot foot might have changed or moved, and either way, Northern Kentucky gets tagged for a foul.
First foul of the game on Northern Kentucky. And a 5-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
He's going to take it all the way down.
Williams in the lane, the scoop shot goes.
Did you see that? Just splits the defenders and somehow gets it off the banking board.
Duval tried to hand it to Souter. Souter's going to try to work for some space, and she gets it to go right before the buzzer.
Great job there by Northern Kentucky. Nice answer there to close out the period.
Northern Kentucky with a 13-12 lead as we head to the second. You're watching the Horizon League on ESPN+. To 12, and you know, these are two teams that both rebound the ball very well. Grayson Rose already off to a great start on the boards and helping Northern Kentucky pad those rebounding numbers.
Well, she has 6 out of the 12 rebounds for Northern Kentucky as they lead in the first quarter, 12-9 on rebounds. And of course, Natalie Dumias, she got in foul trouble early. He's only played less than 2 minutes, so wasn't able to get a rebound in during her brief stay on the floor. And we'll see if Coach Kilsmeyer will even bring her back in.
She is back in to start the second. Here's Geraci going to travel before she starts her drive to the basket.
Dumas with 7.2 rebounds per contest. Yet to grab one yet, but not fair to really say that because she hasn't been out there long. Her and Barbara Ziniewska also with 7.2 rebounds. So they're both a force, and it seems like they can get rebounds from many different people on this team as they lead the league in rebounding, grabbing 44 per contest. That rebounding margin is 5.4 per contest, and Northern Kentucky's not a bad rebounding team, but at 36.2, it's got to be more than just Grayson Rose.
Deja Williams picking up the foul there. First foul of the second quarter. Norse holding on to a 1-point lead as Mitchell Steen able to find some space and get it to Lindsay Duval. Duval with a crossover to the baseline floater. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. It goes out of bounds, and it will go to Cleveland State.
Went off of Lindsay Duval. She tried to sell it to the referee, but it did not. It didn't work. But look at Northern Kentucky picking up full court here. Like a 1-2-2, kind of like a diamond press where they try to heat up the ball. Cleveland State does a good job of breaking. Look at Williams getting downhill again. Not a great attempt that time. But it's pretty obvious what she's all about in the scouting report.
Chris Kilsmeyer certainly thought she got fouled, and at the other end, Kamari Mitchell-Steen lays it in.
Well, it's just a cone drill for her because she has that athleticism and explosive quickness to the rack. Got to get somebody in front of her.
The chance to see this team play in person up on that trip in Milwaukee, and her speed sometimes is hard to quantify how quickly she can find just a small opening and get all the way to the basket.
Yeah, fantastic athlete. She's out of Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Just 5'7", a freshman. 3-time All-District, All-Region, and All-State at Oak Ridge High School. I think a lot of people looked at that recruiting class, might have overlooked her just a bit. They were thinking about, you know, what about Trinity Thompson? But it just takes longer for bigs to develop. You'd be ready-made as a guard, and it looks like Kamari Mitchell-Steen certainly is.
Certainly gotten it done on the defensive end. Her offensive game is coming along as well. Double team down low on Leo. Guafong able to fight through the double team and score.
Nice little ball fake there by Guafong. Got the defender up in the air and then lays it up and in. You're talking about the defense for Mitchell-Steen. She leads the Horizon League in steals. How about Grayson Rose stepping out, going long range?
Grayson Rose knocking down the triple. And it's a 4-point lead for Northern Kentucky. And there, Deja Williams picking up her dribble. Certainly didn't mean to, and Leo has to come back and help her out. Working over to Gabriella Smith. Hand off to Williams now, who will pull up for the triple. It's off the back iron, no good, and there's Ivy Turner with the rebound.
Kentucky looks like they want to speed Cleveland State up here, beat them in transition. Cleveland State leads the league in scoring, but they don't do it in a way that you would expect. They do it on a lot of half-court sets.
Floater doesn't go for Mitchell Steen, and fighting for the rebound is Leo. Quickly to the other end, Deja Williams. Williams with the contact, and Deja Williams will go to the free throw line.
That's 3 times now we've seen Williams just get downhill and attack the rack.
I believe that's the second foul on Kamari Mitchell Steen.
There you see her there going into your living room as Mitchell Steen is not able to establish position and gets called for the foul.
That's something to keep an eye on for Northern Kentucky with Mitchell Steen, one of their better defenders, headed to the bench probably for the rest of this half with 2 fouls.
Yeah, Ellie Taylor going to make her first appearance for Northern Kentucky as Garcia also checks back in. And this is going to test that depth. Whether it's by design or not, Coach Whitaker has only been comfortable relying on 6 players. Last year, at the end of the year, she had no choice. Now it is more of a choice until she feels like some players are a little bit more ready for the spotlight.
2-point lead for Northern Kentucky and the basketball. 7.5 to go here in the first half. Ivy Turner, penetration in the lane, the floater, too strong. Tap back out, Ellie Taylor gets it back. Taylor's shot blocked by Guafong.
Guafong is a rim protector back there in the back end, and Taylor's got to be aware of that. She's got to take it stronger to the rack.
Take another look at the junior from Silver Spring, Maryland, getting it done.
Look at that. Get that weak stuff out of here, right into your living room. You know, Guafong is one of 2 players for Cleveland State in the top 5 in the Horizon League in shots blocked per game, along with Nadia Dumas. And that's 2 on Guafong, so she's now found herself in foul trouble as well.
And Emmy Souter, who caught that inbound pass, was able to force a shot up and get fouled.
They're able to get Dumas into the game.
Dumas back in.
Coach Kilsmeyer only has 10 players. He dresses all 15, but only 10 of them are available. A lot of ACL braces we saw in the national anthem line for this group.
You see Kilsmeyer having a conversation with Guafong.
Just a little coaching.
Said one of the best. He's won at every level he's coached at, and now getting it done at Cleveland State at the Division I level. 3-point lead for the Norse. Here's Leo turning the corner, finding some space. Goes up, offensive foul, going to go against Destiny Leo.
That's a break there. Nobody really came on the help defense except for Souter, but Souter decides to go ahead and plant there and take a charge. And now, what do we got going on here? The officials will get together here. Coach Witt pointing towards the scoreboard there. So you take a look at our officials there. They're the ones in charge of this game, and they're going to go to the monitor. Is this one of these coaches' challenge that I've heard so much about on the women's side?
That's a good question.
It's usually like an administrative kind of a challenge. Like if the foul was called against the wrong person.
I'll try to find out.
Well, that's Sexton. I thought you were already on that, man. I tried to tee you up there.
It's not something I've seen, but it could be a situation where they're checking to see a foul that was called earlier in the game, whether they called it on the right person.
It's like administrative kind of things. You can't like say, okay, was it a foul or was it not a foul? It's kind of like, who was the foul called against?
You can't review whether she was outside of the restricted area, for example. But if there was a foul called down low, maybe, no, it wasn't on this person, should have been on this person.
Correct.
They can review that.
And we've seen that happen. I called a game the other night in an NAIA level, and they literally misreported the guy who committed the foul. It was the guy sitting at the scorer's table waiting to get in, and they reported his number. That poor guy wasn't even in the game.
That's when you know you're having a bad night.
It was the first call of the game, Matt. It wasn't like they were tired.
That guy probably should just calling fouls on me before I get on the court. That's probably might as well just go on home. I mean, they're reviewing it. What we're seeing on our screen, which is what you're seeing on your screen at home. They're looking at this charge situation, but
and hopefully, since they're like right next to us, literally 18 inches away, they'll let us in on this. Now they're going to get the coach together here. This could be even worse because somebody's going to walk away with this not happy. Coach Witt.
So they did review the restricted area. I didn't think that was something they could review, but that's exactly what he just said. Right foot was in the restricted area. So this is going to change to a block, I believe.
Could kill Coach Witt. And I tell you, anytime they bring the two coaches together, one of them's going to be happy and one's going to not be so much.
And so it looks like we're going to have a media timeout now, so everybody can just take a deep breath.
Ooh,
and Northern Kentucky,
we're going to need one after that, Matt Sexton.
Holding on to a 1-point lead. You're watching the Horizon League on ESPN+.
The Horizon League Basketball Championship tip-off March 1st and 3rd on campus.
Come join the excitement and find out who will reach the horizon. For more information, go to horizonleague.com/indy.
I want to give a shout out to lead referee Jamie Broderick. She came over to us during the break and explained that they indeed can, I guess, appeal or challenge a call on the restricted area, and that's exactly what happened there, and that's why it was reversed.
That's an expansion of the review process this year that we've not seen in a game here, and I certainly haven't seen it in any of the ones I've watched this season. But that's the first time we've seen where there's been a challenge on the restricted area, and it was a good challenge as Cleveland State ended up with 3 points and not a foul as Ivy Turner answers at the other end for Northern Kentucky.
Turner just gets into the logo area and knocks down that little short jumper. A little in-between game.
2-point lead for Northern Kentucky. Ziniewska goes to work and will lob it back out to Destiny Leo with Ivy Turner on her. Under the baseline, the foul going to be called as Ellie Taylor going to pick up the personal.
Taylor, a sophomore who got some playing time early last year and then just kind of fell out of the rotation eventually. But she's going to be one of those, cast of characters coming off that bench that's got to be able to contribute more for Northern Kentucky. As I said, only 6 players average above 2 points per game. That's got to be better than that.
And 4 players average more than 30 minutes a night. And
it's only November.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's December
now,
but you know what I'm saying, though. That's through the first month of the season.
It's
hard to believe it is already December, Matt. That is a fact.
It is a fact. It's hard to believe, honestly.
Don't know where this ugly Christmas sweaters. That's something you don't do in March.
Drive to the basket. Scoop shot doesn't go. Battle for the rebound. Loose as Williams was unable to finish and tie up on the floor, and the arrow is going to give the ball to Northern Kentucky.
Well, Dumas was the only player on the floor.
That's not a good sign.
You had
usually.
5 players representing each team, and Dumas the only one to get on the ground.
She was just sitting there waiting.
That's unacceptable,
waiting
man.
for something to happen.
That's those hustle things that, you know, somebody's going to get worn out in the tape. There we go. I see Souter now. But yeah, that's, you know, that's the stuff that gets people lit up during the film study. That usually determines what your practice plan is going to be moving forward.
Well, the hustle plays decide games.
Because if you come to a practice, first 15, 20 minutes is usually a film study, and then you're going to work on those things. Guarantee that'll probably be a point of emphasis for tomorrow's practice for both teams.
Ivy Turner. Lindsay Duval. At 8 on the timer. Brings it over to Kaylee Davis. Only 4 on the timer. Turner going to pull up from the top of the key. Can't get it to go. Amy Souter with the offensive rebound, and she throws it away as Deja Williams takes it away. Finding Leo, streaking to the basket, lays it in.
Yeah, it's a situation where Souter was just too unselfish there. She tried to reset the offense. She just took it right back up. Instead, she gives gives away 2 points.
Already 11 points for Destiny Leo.
Talked about after that first media timeout, Northern Kentucky at that time had 6 turnovers, Matt. Well, you also said, well, it hasn't come to bite him yet. Well, that was one that did.
Lindsay Duval lines up the triple and leaves it short. And the rebound pulled down by Zinyeska. There's Leo going to work to the baseline. Basket in the foul, Destiny Leo.
Great little stutter step by Leo, and then just turns it into a different gear, attacks the rack, and gets the old-fashioned three-point play via the hoop and the arm. Watch this here. Does that little hesitation move and just blows by, and all Davis can do is foul her.
Picking on the freshman there.
Yeah, that's a veteran taking candy from a baby right there. Even though Leo's just a sophomore, you wouldn't think that you consider that a veteran player, but she's logged a lot of minutes on the all-newcomer team last year. Probably the top freshman in the conference last year.
She's also one of the best free throw shooters in the country, and she just missed that one.
Well, at least you didn't say it before she missed it.
Very true.
She went through a stretch where she missed 3 free throws in the game against UIC. Every time the Cleveland State broadcaster kept saying how she was one of the best free throw shooters in the country. And I'm not a guy who believes in that stuff, by the way.
Absolutely not.
However, you can talk it into existence.
Well, that time it existed before we talked about
That's
it.
That's right, see?
Northern Kentucky's over the limit on fouls, so Brittany Moore going to go to the line for 2, and the Vikings are going to shoot free throws for the last 4:29 of this quarter.
Moore out of Memphis, Tennessee. Played her first couple of years at nearby UT Martin for the Skyhawks. Oh, a little victory roll that pops out. Heartbreak Hotel, Matt Sexton.
Moore shooting 86% from the line this season.
And they're a good free throw shooting team overall.
It's not a team you want to be getting behind. She missed them both.
Missed them both. I just want Brittany Moore's parents to know I did not talk that into existence.
Here's Duval with a tough shot. Can't get it to go, and Brittany Moore ripping down the rebound. Here comes Moore with full head of steam.
Northern Kentucky did a great job of getting back there, stopping that transition.
Well, the officials pointing toward the Cleveland State bench. I'm not sure what's going on over there, but and whistle and turnover going to go against Cleveland State.
Yeah, not sure. I don't even see anybody standing up except coach. Usually when they point like that, that's to like sit somebody down, or because the only voice that's supposed to come from your bench as far as communication with the officials is the head coach. And the worst thing you want to be doing as a staff member is get a technical foul on the bench.
Absolutely.
Then your coach has to wear that one on his resume.
Garcia couldn't quite get the shot away. Down to 10 on the timer. Mitchell Steen lowers her shoulder and gets the offensive foul.
That was easy to call there. Mitchell Steen got out of control there, dipped that shoulder, and Leo takes the fall there.
That's 3 fouls on Kamari Mitchell Steen.
We have to dig deeper into the bench. Kennedy Igo, a sophomore, who, again, another one that's kind of fallen a bit out of the rotation here of late. I think she started the first game of the season, if I'm not mistaken.
Asia Williams puts up the shot, can't get it to go, but all alone is Dumas underneath and lays it in.
Somebody's got to block her out. You don't have Rose. Well, you had Rose, but she was on the other side there. You have somebody other than Grayson Rose crashing the boards, especially when Souter's not out there.
To be noted, we're not able to get Mitchell Steen off before Cleveland State inbounded the ball, so she's still out there with 3 fouls. as Duvall goes to work down low, can't get it to go. And Brittany Moore pulls down the rebound. They look to run again with Deja Williams. Williams to the other end, puts up the shot, and a blocking foul, I believe, going to go. And Deja Williams is in some difficulty into the basket.
Williams tried to go to the side of Garcia there.
Actually, it's okay.
Now Igo can come in and replace Mitchell Steen. And that's something, if that would have kept going there without a break, stoppage in play, somebody for Cleveland State needed to be aware and just attack her. Make her foul you again and get that fourth here in the first half. No chance she'll be back here for the rest of this second quarter.
Deja Williams on the All Big West freshman team her freshman year at Cal State Northridge.
She's a California native too, so Long Beach, California, played at Long Beach Poly. She goes to Cal State Northridge and then ends up transferring out to Cleveland State. So obviously she saw the vision that was sold to her by the staff, and she's been a nice player for them. Nice addition off the bench.
Cleveland State lead is up to 6. Northern Kentucky has gone cold on the offensive end. Igo finally gets it out to Garcia.
Northern Kentucky's having a tough time trying to figure out this zone.
Down to 6 on the timer already as Turner goes to work driving in and going to get bailed out on the foul.
Yeah, Dumas tried to wall up there, but instead of just standing her guard, we'll see it here on the replay, it looks like she leaves her feet. Yeah, see, she leaves her feet at the last second. She has the instinctual, I'm going to try to block that shot. No, just stay there, wall up, you're in great position. You beat her to the spot. You could have got a charge out of that play. Instead, Turner will go to the free throw line, and she'll miss a free throw. It's all of a sudden become contagious, Matt.
It has. That happens sometimes. Free throw shooting is...
Northern Kentucky on the season shooting below 70%, which is pretty much the mark you want to be at. Split the pair.
And Turner has been historically an excellent free throw shooter.
Yeah.
I say only 72% this year. That's still really good.
And that's down from,
closer to 90.
Seasons. Yeah, she's been in the mid to high 80s through her first 2 seasons.
Dumas down low, working on Rose. Double move, tried the scoop shot and got rejected.
That was Rose. That means she is now all by herself in second place all time. She just passed Angela Healy, former grade out of Highlands High School for Northern Kentucky University in the Division II days. Her and Nicole Quixote were the 2 seniors on that second national championship team back in 2008.
Deja Williams pulls up for 3 on the crossover, can't get it to go. Brittany Moore, the offensive rebound, lays it in.
Yeah, I mean, some people just got to figure out how to find out their block-out assignment. There was 2 people that stood there and watched that happen in white jerseys. Unacceptable.
Northern Kentucky had the early rebounding advantage, but they're behind 20-19 in rebounds right now. And most importantly, Cleveland State with 8 offensive rebounds.
Took the early lead, too, and there's Rose fighting through traffic, laying it up and in.
Davison down to 5 for
Where
Northern
would this
Kentucky.
team be without Grayson Rose getting that extra year for COVID and taking advantage of it right now?
Would not be good for sure. And there again, Brittany Moore bouncing off the defender and laying it in.
Just challenging there, getting into that painted area. And nobody's challenged her. Nobody made her kick out. And then Duvall gets hammered there on the other end by Harris.
Harris tried to get the block, but instead will pick up the foul. And that'll send Lindsay Duvall to the line. Gabriella Smith back in, and once again, Kaylee Davis has gotten quite a bit of playing time so far in this first half.
Yeah, Davis has not played much this season. In fact, this is only the second game she's appeared in. Played 4 minutes against Eastern Kentucky University out of Detroit Renaissance. They were state runners-up her senior year. She's a winner.
Second one upcoming for Lindsay Duvall, winner in her own right in her high school career.
Yeah, I mean, 5-star recruit. I mean, they named a park after her in Mount Washington before she even left high school.
That's pretty good,
That's
right?
They've had a lot of great players, both boys and girls. Kayla Thacker, a former NKU Norse, from that same town. But Lindsay Duvall, definitely, I would say the best player to ever come out of Mount Washington, Kentucky, male or female.
5-point lead for Cleveland State with 65 seconds to go. Ziniewska couldn't quite work the pass down, decides to take the shot instead. Rebound continues to pinball around. Rose gets it, and then is it going to be a timeout or a jump ball? The referee on the near side looks like he wants to point timeout. referee under the basket wanted to call jump ball, and now we're going to talk about it.
Well, on the men's side, they're trying to eliminate calling that timeout when you're rolling around on the ground. They're just going to automatically call that a jump ball until coaches stop screaming timeout before anybody has possession of the ball. But that is not translated over to the women's side. Northern Kentucky gets a timeout and a free possession out of the deal, so good for them.
And they would not have gotten the ball as the arrow is pointing toward Cleveland State.
Officials there. We got a lot of stuff going on at halftime as well there, Matt Sexton.
Yeah, at halftime, we're going to take you around the Horizon League. Of course, all the action on the women's side happened last night in the Horizon League, so we'll recap some of that action. Don't have any other scores to tell you, but we'll get you updated on everything that's going on in the Horizon League coming up at the half.
Soul billing here on a Friday night.
And, of course, the reason for that is because Wright State was unable to play their 2 games this weekend. Wright State should be playing Purdue-Fort Wayne at the same time, but the Mastodons ended up getting a forfeit and then picking up a game with Ball State last night. Ball State blew them out. I'm sure Purdue-Fort Wayne, who may be watching this broadcast, doesn't want to be reminded of that. The Mid-American Conference, very, very good in women's basketball.
Well, Kent State come down here and kick the tails off the Norse in the opening game, so they found out about it firsthand as well.
Bowling Green, Ohio. It's going to be a dog
Lexi
fight.
Fleming, man, Cincinnati product.
Turner gets fouled on the drive.
Bring up Lexi Fleming because I remember watching her mom, Melissa Wood, play over at Regents Hall for Northern Kentucky, a Hall of Fame player here for the Norse, and her daughter doing great things at Bowling Green State. Of course, her dad was pretty good as well, Dan Fleming. He was one of the players when I used to go to the Mike Beitzel basketball camp back in the day.
2 free throws upcoming as Cleveland State now over the limit. The first free throw is good. Norse back to within 4. And a 19-14 second quarter in favor of Cleveland State. Second one good as well.
Taylor will check in. Davis will go out, a little bit more size. It looks like Gradwell will come in for Harris. A little bit more experience.
A little more offense as well. Harris averaging a half point a game. Gradwell 6.5. Still a 8-second, almost 9-second difference between shot and game clock. So
got to hold them to one shot here if you're Northern Kentucky. Get the rebound on a missed shot and go down there and score. It's already a 1-possession game, and Northern Kentucky's got a chance to tie this up. A lot of things got to happen to make that work.
Here's Leo going to work with a reverse layup is in.
Ooh, that's tough to defend.
And Northern Kentucky wanted to travel. Cameron Whitaker was out on the floor probably by 15 feet asking for that one. And she's still upset.
Gradwell gets the foul called on there. I don't know if we're going to get a replay of that, but that is definitely a circus shot regardless.
Let's take a look.
I mean, Euro steps have more steps than what happened right there. I mean, that's just facts.
Yeah.
That's a great play there, man. That, you know.
You go to the whistle.
When you're a scorer, man. Yeah, when you're a scorer, man, sometimes it just falls for you. And right there, Destiny Leo just showed it takes plays like that to be leading scorer in the Horizon League like she is.
Amy Souter was fouled at the other end with 4.9 seconds
but with that
to go.
said, I don't blame Coach Witt at all because just by the, you know, in real speed, the naked eye, it certainly looked like a travel.
Souter missed the second. Battle for the rebound. Rose tries to save it in and goes out of bounds to Cleveland State with 1.9 seconds left in the second. What?
Now Coach Gilsmeyer, and he's telling them both to sit down.
Yeah, I think he's heard enough from both coaches, so we'll see.
Man, Michael McConnell, he's getting it from both ends, and he just basically gave them both the, you know, the point to the bench. Go back to your corners.
Long range heave will go out of bounds, and we're going to have some time for everybody to calm down and take a deep breath as halftime has arrived at the BB&T Arena in Cleveland State with a 33-29 lead over Northern Kentucky.
see if she will get the second half start. Sometimes a coach, especially when it's a freshman involved, might want to bring somebody out there to start the third quarter instead, but Mitchell Steen's out there, and she cannot commit that fourth foul here in the early going.
Cleveland State committing a turnover right off the bat. That's one thing we've seen so far with Kamari Mitchell-Steen is she definitely has the trust of the coaching staff. They are not afraid to put her out there in a situation where she's in foul trouble and not afraid to put her out there against the other team's best player and let her defend.
She's definitely played well here in the early going of her college career, that is for sure.
Only 10 on the timer. Northern Kentucky really needs to get something going toward the basket. Bounce pass over to Rose with 3 on the timer. Rose all the way across the lane, puts up the shot, doesn't get it to go. And the rebound pulled down by Gradwell.
That was forced, but that was at the end of the timer because Northern Kentucky struggled to get in their offensive set. Good job, Cleveland State on defense, and now here they are on the offensive end. Dumas, up and under move, and just Rose is just there. She's not always going to block a shot, but she's definitely going to alter shots, and that's what happened right there, Matt.
And she might have even gotten a piece of it. Dumas not able to finish. Souter posting up down low, and the foul going to be called on Zeniewska.
Zeniewska not having good positioning there, got stuck on Emmy Souter's hip, and that's why she had to reach over the shoulder, and they're going to call that every time.
Souter was just yelling for the entry pass. You knew at the very least she was going to get fouled, and that's what happened.
Well, she can feel there. When you post up, you want to, with your backside, feel where your defender is, and you know how to attack. There's a missed shot there by Duval, and she's going to get it back.
Swinging around Ivy Turner. Inside, there is Emmy Souter going to work, but can't finish with the left hand, and Dumas the rebound.
Just couldn't crawl it over the rim there. Emmy Souter saw that play against Miami where she had that ball crawl and die there on the back edge of the rim.
Well, Brittany Moore didn't realize that Gradwell was wide open underneath the basket, ended up taking the shot, and it's turned over. We'll go back over, and you can see Brittany Moore saying, that was my bad, I missed that.
Well, that's good, She can acknowledge that to a teammate.
Cleveland State had beaten Northern Kentucky down the floor with a couple of people, but didn't cash in, but then the Norse turn it back over. Zeniewska hitting Moore coming off the screen. Moore inside the lane, goes up against Souter and can't get it to go.
Tough
all the
shot
rebound
by Moore.
Thought it was going to rattle home. Norse tried to push it quickly the other way.
Yeah, Souter did a great job on the defense down there in the post area. Now Duval gets tossed to the ground.
And we saw both coaches having some holiday pleasantries with the officials at the end of the first half, and immediately it seems like the game.
Want to call it?
Wasn't toward me, so that's what
the ultimate politician, Matt Sexton. There, yeah, both coaches were not happy with the way, especially in that last minute or so.
So maybe we're going to see a more tightly called second half after.
Well, and officials make adjustments at halftime just like the teams do.
Duval tries to kick it back out to Rose, and it's tipped away. It will stay with Northern Kentucky. 15 on the timer.
Northern Kentucky's really having a hard time here in the second half. The first 2+ minutes, just getting into their offense.
Feels very similar to the Milwaukee game where
it seems like, too, not to interrupt there, but this zone seems to be leaking out closer and closer to half court, and they're being pushed out of their comfort zone. They can't even set up their offense in the first 30 feet.
Turner misses the jumper, and offensive foul going to go against Smith as she put the elbow in on Emmy Souter.
Yeah, anytime you extend that free arm, they're going to call that foul. But get back to your point there, Matt. I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No,
you're talking about the Milwaukee game.
It feels very similar to that. Milwaukee defensively was just able to stymie. Some of it was zone, some of it was switching up defenses. Really didn't allow Northern Kentucky to get the comfortable looks they got against Green Bay just 2 nights prior.
Of course, Cleveland State has only played zone here tonight. Here's Souter, and there she goes. Nice move there, and it's clear that the point of emphasis to try to beat this zone is to get it inside to Souter and have her work off the block.
Well, Brady, you mentioned how they're extending it out, and travel going to go against Brittany Moore, who...
I thought she turned an ankle or something, but she pops up okay.
And Deja Williams going to come in, and Moore going to take a break.
I think she's just more upset. She knows that mistake was going to cost her some playing time.
Mel Guafong tried to get in before the ball was inbounded, but we'll have to wait. As the Norse are within 2 with 7:05 to go here in the third, and another turnover.
Well, Smith was already in the passing lane, really didn't do anything but stand there, and Dumas with a nice receive there on a great pass from Zanieska.
That was run about as well as you could. Pinpoint accuracy and timing. And the lead back up to 4 for Cleveland State.
Now Souter in the high post right around the free throw line, extended.
Pass out top for Ivy Turner. Down to 10 on the timer. Duval trying to get heated up. Can't get it to go, and Destiny Leo comes out with the ball. Leo tries to lob it ahead, probably ill-advised, and it's tipped away.
Certainly was. She had options on the sides. Instead, got a little greedy there and said, Yeska is able. Well, I thought Cleveland State was going to come away with it. Leo ends up throwing it back to Northern Kentucky, and here come the Vikings after a missed shot.
Zanieska able to, get the block, and now Leo will throw up the triple and rattle it home.
She's ready to shoot before the ball comes to her. Once you catch it, it's too late. Grayson Rose was right there, but she couldn't close out fast enough because she's got to recognize Leo is going to be a sniper and knock it down. She's shooting that ball no matter what.
Northern Kentucky, 1 of their last 7 from the floor. Destiny Leo, 7 of her last 8 from the floor. That's why Cleveland State leads by 7 here on ESPN+. .58 left in the third, and you mentioned early on bench points were going to be a big key, and so far that's been the case.
Well, Northern Kentucky not only has been shut out, but 4 players have combined to play 19 minutes, and they've put up 3 shots. They're 0 for 3. That's unacceptable. You've got to get more of an effort and result out of your bench than Northern Kentucky has. I mean, Cleveland State hasn't done great. They've scored 8, but, you know, comparatively speaking, just not been a very good performance coming off the bench. And Garcia is the one you expect to get points off the bench, 6.5 per game. She's only attempted 1 shot. Got to do better than that, but it's been this zone. Credit to Cleveland State. This zone has definitely stymied Northern Kentucky, and they have not found an answer.
Northern Kentucky just 5 of 20 shooting since the first quarter, and turnovers have been a problem as well. And here comes Destiny Leo again. Leo going to kick it out this time. 3-pointer from the left side. Doesn't go. Rebound pulled down by Turner as Smith misses from the corner. That was probably a break there that Leo didn't decide just to take it herself.
Well,
right now she's on fire.
She saw a wide open teammate. That's the right play to make, but you're correct. Sometimes you got to be a little selfish. How about Grayson Rose finally snapping this string as Northern Kentucky was on the schneid, only making, what, 1 of their first 7 in the quarter before that shot there.
Back to within 5. An illegal screen going to go against Wafong. And she knew right away. And that's going to probably send her back to the bench and Dumas back in.
Yeah, she's frustrated with herself, that's for sure. Transfer out of Radford, played 2 seasons down there in the state of Virginia.
5-point lead for Cleveland State. Here's Garcia to the baseline going to work. The floater is over top of everything. Zaniewska, the rebound.
Kentucky's just struggling from all levels right now, and Leo got that ball stuck there. Now, Cleveland State's trying to say that was deflected. I'm not sure.
Well, we're going to step aside while they talk about it. It's a 5-point game here. Cleveland State with a 5-point lead, and let's revisit those keys to the game, Brady.
Well, we talked about scoring depth from Northern Kentucky. 0 bench points. We've already highlighted that. And Cleveland State gets a spark off their bench. Not as much as usual. Smith and Guarfong have been held in check, but Deja Williams has come up with 6 points off the bench. And as far as crashing the glass go, right now Cleveland State is retaking the lead 27-25 after Northern Kentucky had an early advantage, as it looked like Emmy Souter got fouled down low. No, they called the offensive foul, say she was clearing space. Right now Northern Kentucky only trailing by 5 points, but psychologically it seems like a lot more, does it not, Matt
That's
Sexton?
exactly what I was going to say. It feels like so much more of a deficit is running across the lane and getting the floater is Gabriella Smith.
Smith, that's her first points of the night, averaging over 10 per game, second leading scorer on the team coming off the bench. If they get her heated up, then it could be more than a 7-point advantage like they have right now.
Ivy Turner for 3 doesn't go, and Dumas able to pull the rebound down, but bounces it off the leg of Deja Smith, or Deja Williams, excuse me.
That's not a great outlet pass there by Dumas. She knows.
It's like as soon as she let it go, she wanted it back.
Well, and that's the thing there. Williams as a guard needs to come to the ball, but she's trying to create a fast break opportunity there, and that's just the miscommunication between the two of them.
It feels like every time Cleveland State's had that chance to really start to run away, it's been a couple little plays.
They do something
here.
like that. Exactly. And Garcia misses everything. She just has not had a good night shooting from the floor. Now it looks like she's trying to force it.
It's a second straight shot where she shot it completely over the rim and everything.
She got only 1 attempt in the entire first half. Now she's 0 for 2 in her third quarter and hasn't touched iron yet.
Number 2 is our Star Watch players going head-to-head right now. Williams gonna pull it back out with 10 on the timer. Gets a screen from Dumas, lobs it down to her, little screen and go action, and laying it in.
That's pick and roll to perfection there. Great pass there by Williams where only her teammate can catch the ball. And now on rebound, and it's one and done every time down the floor for Northern Kentucky.
Red alert time now for the Norse. Great pass to Dumas down low, but she can't finish, doesn't get fouled either. And Mitchell Steen pulls down the rebound.
Cleveland State does a good job of getting back, and now Northern Kentucky has to go in the half court.
And another miss down low for Rose, and Zeniewska able to pull down the rebound. And
Cleveland State has done a good job not even letting Lindsey Duval touch the ball here these last few trips. She's got to get a rebound just to possess the ball. She's only scored 4 points here, Matt.
And you can see Kilsmeyer, when they grab that ball, he's like, go, 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 let's push this quickly. He can feel that.
Not exactly what is in their DNA. They kind of do it when it comes. Is there finally a bucket from the Northern Kentucky bench, and maybe that can get Carissa Garcia going there.
Sometimes you see it go through the hoop, and you can change your momentum a little bit as Garcia knocks down the bucket.
But Coach Kilsmeyer, I think he sees something in this matchup where he wants to speed Northern Kentucky up, so that's why he's telling his team to go, go, go. And then how about that circus shot there? That's the second one we've seen Deja Williams have in this one.
Deja Williams, sometimes it's just your night. That was a great move, and then a wild shot that drops in.
Williams has 8 points, and she only came into the game averaging just over 4.
Here's Ivy Turner to the basket, blocking foul gonna go. And
again, I think Dumas left her feet.
Dumas gonna pick up the foul.
That'd be the second time where it looked like she was in position to take a charge and was unsuccessful. The first time we saw video evidence of her leaving her feet. I don't know if we got a clean replay on that or not, but then see Ellie Taylor check back in for Northern Kentucky.
Also see Trinity Thompson.
Yeah, Trinity Thompson for the first time checks in. A good-looking freshman out of Gary, Indiana. We really thought that she would make an immediate impact, but again, with post players, sometimes it takes a little bit longer for them to develop. But, you know, averaged a double-double last year. She was in the Indiana-Kentucky All-Star game, you know, career 1,000-point, 1,000-rebound player in high school.
Not only did she average a double-double, but she had a double-double in every game her senior year, so can certainly get it done. And maybe just one little energy right now here late in the third quarter, down by 8.
Played at a famed program at Michigan City High School. A lot of great players, both on the boys and girls side. I remember Delray Brooks graduated from there many years ago.
Battle on the floor, and a foul going to go against Zeniewska as she has to reach over the top of Lindsey Duval, and Duval gets the steal and then gets fouled.
Not a shooting foul there.
But they're in the penalty.
So that they are in the penalty now. I only saw them with 4 on the board there. That made it the 5th one.
Horizon League is comprised of 12 public and private institutions located in some of the largest and most vibrant cities in the country. There are 11.5 million television households in the Horizon League footprint, and viewers consume more than 35 million minutes of Horizon League action in 2020-21. To learn more, visit horizonleague.com.
That's some math I can't do there, Matt Sexton. Figure out how many millions of minutes.
That's a lot of minutes.
I know you were part of that Zoom call there with Commissioner Locke, and had a lot of great information as far as that goes. And there are. It's underrated how many great media markets. I think 10 out of the 12 schools are in top 70 markets.
Basket in the foul.
The hoop and the harm. Ellie Taylor commits the foul. And how about Destiny Leo? A lot of people think of her as a three-point shooter, but she's gotten downhill here. And she does it from midcourt and contested.
Brady, we mentioned that Destiny Leo was the 6th player of the year in the Horizon League last year. And when Mariah White transferred after the season, the question mark was, who was going to be the one to step in when you're losing a first-team All-Horizon League player, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year? It's Destiny Leo.
Destiny Leo has stepped up, and now for the 5th time out of 6 performances has scored over 20 points. And that other game she had 18 against LIU, and she just pretty much got pulled from the game early there to get other players a chance to play. And now, away from the basket, away from the ball, a foul is committed by Northern Kentucky.
Trinity Thompson called for the illegal screen, and things are on the verge here.
It's teetering right now. Northern Kentucky's got to get a stop.
Cleveland State by 10 with the basketball with 90 seconds left in the third. It's a 14-8 third quarter so far. Guafong able to turn the corner, and her shot is blocked by Trinity Thompson.
Well, Thompson does something great on one end, not so great on the other. A typical freshman move. Ooh, that was a great catch there by Duval.
Duval, and the call, we'll have to see. I saw the side official signaling block. The underneath official was signaling charge.
So
maybe another trip to the monitor? We'll see.
Well, I mean, you blow a whistle, you think you have a definitive call on it. A lot of times I would say it's a play on if you don't know what it is. Let's see if we can see it on the monitor there.
The side official signaled block, but you can see the underneath official signal charge. And now they're going to talk about it.
I mean, if they're disagreeing, they almost have to go to the monitor, right?
It's going to be a block.
So
and Chris Gilsmeyer can't believe it.
Jimmy Broderick, the lead official, takes charge, calls it a block. And now she's got to face the music from Coach Chris Gilsmeyer. So Lindsay Duval going to go to the line now. We talked about Duval scoring double digits in every game she has played in for Northern Kentucky. This is game number 26. She's sitting on 4 points right now, 5 points.
1 of 9 from the floor. And another missed free throw.
I didn't say anything about her free throw shooting.
Nope.
You didn't even think about it.
I didn't.
See? Told you that stuff don't work.
Northern Kentucky would like some sort of reverse
There you
chance
go.
to turn their
We talk about
fortunes
missing
around.
free throws, she makes it. See? I don't know that stuff means anything, Matt Sexton.
Raven Harris going to check in. And Northern Kentucky going to try to make something happen with this press. They've had a little bit of success with it here.
They got to generate some offense with their defense right now.
Zaniewska able to dribble through it. Deja Williams lines up the triple. Can't get it to go. And Trinity Thompson chasing down the rebound.
Tell you what, Thompson's brought some nice energy to the floor here. Didn't play at all in the first half and didn't get in till late in the third quarter. What a screen set there by Rose.
That's one your teammates got to help you out on, is Grayson Rose.
Got to call that out, man, and that did not happen. Deja Williams wants to know what the license plate on that truck was.
10 on the timer. Cleveland State by 9 to travel.
Got a little excited there, the freshman. Got to lay down a dribble. We can take off to the basket. And I think Trinity Thompson's going to be one of these players that you're just going to have to deal with some of the mistakes she makes in the early going. I think she brings some upside. Definitely another presence down low to grab rebounds, that is for sure.
A little over 5 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Big possession here for Cleveland State. Leading by 9 here late in the third, and here's Destiny Leo.
Let's see if she's going to create off the dribble here.
Thought about a crossover, step back. Instead, will drive the basket, and Offensive foul going to go against Raven Harris.
Yeah, moving screen there by Raven Harris. Takes away a basket there, and Northern Kentucky has a chance to score here at the end of the quarter. They're going to bring Souter and Garcia in for Thompson and Taylor, trying to get more of an offensive presence in.
And Northern Kentucky will get the ball to start the fourth quarter, so they could really make some hay here if they can get a bucket here before the end of the third.
Of course, I guess a moving screen is considered a player control foul, so therefore no free throw shot, even though Northern Kentucky was in the bonus situation.
Ivy Turner, 5 seconds. Garcia gonna have to hurry. Garcia from the baseline doesn't go. Rose at the buzzer, can't get it to go. Two chances, but unable to finish, and Cleveland State will head to the fourth with a 47-38 lead over Northern Kentucky. Nine-point lead as we head to the fourth, and Brady Labor, it looks like, got a little bit of foul trouble for both teams, but really I don't think that's the determining factor in this game at this point.
Yeah, Guarfung with 4 fouls, the only one in obvious trouble. How about Kamari Mitchell-Steen? Had those 3 first-half fouls, didn't commit any in the third quarter. Emmy Souter also has 3 fouls, and then 3 fouls also go to, who was that? I say Destiny Leo. I meant to say Nadia Dumas. She got hers all early, and they got it down low to Grayson Rose. They got to get her close to the basket, give her good looks. Because not only does that give her an opportunity to score down low, it also gives her an opportunity to be a rebounder on these missed shots. And, you know, Kentucky's missed plenty of shots and just not had enough rebounding presence. I'd
be remiss if I didn't mention that Northern Kentucky was 10 points down in the fourth quarter against Central Arkansas. Zenyevska lines up the triple, and it doesn't go, and Duval the rebound. And, of course, they came back to win that game in overtime. So
fourth quarter is when the money comes out, man, money players. And that's what Ivy Turner's been here these last couple games. That's what Lindsay Duval's been her whole life. And right now, Northern Kentucky's got to find a way. And this one's still far from decided, as you illustrate there.
7 on the timer. Here's Grayson Rose going to work again, puts up the shot, doesn't get it to go, hits the floor, and Brittany Moore the rebound.
She just dribbled into 3 people right there and just kind of threw the ball up in the air. That wasn't even really a shot attempt.
Moore got it pinned on her hip.
That was begging for a call was what that was.
Yeah.
You can't play that way, man.
And then Moore with the turnover. She got it stuck on her hip as she tried to, was kind of in between a low pass and a high pass and ended up with something in the middle, and she's going to head back out. 50 to go here in regulation.
Cleveland State looks like they're going to stay in this 2-3 zone until Northern Kentucky can shoot them out of it.
Norse not shooting very well. Is a great step through that time, and Emmy Souter able to finish.
Good job there by Souter. She takes the ball in the high post and just makes a move down the lane. A little scoop shot with the left hand. That's exactly what Northern Kentucky needs.
5-point game now. Gabriella Smith. Barbara Zenyevska driving. Great pass down low to Dumas, but she can't finish.
That was a fantastic interior pass there. Wasted when Dumas couldn't finish.
Ivy Turner to the other end. Turner basket in the foul.
Take that.
Turner hits the floor and hits the shot, and she'll go to the line.
Look at Ivy Turner. Through contact, takes it from one side to the other. Oh, and then just throws it up the banking board, and she'll go to the line for the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Northern Kentucky scores the first 6 points of the fourth. They trail by 3 with 8:07 to go. You're watching the Horizon League on ESPN+. Has done quite a bit to put Cleveland State in this position.
21 points. She's the Horizon League's top scorer, and she has definitely lived up to that hype here today. 8 of 10 from the floor, 3 of 5 from long range, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. And Destiny Leo has definitely come out to play here. And this right now is a matter, can Northern Kentucky stop her, because right now she's been the go-to person. Right now, Northern Kentucky on a bit of a run here as Ivy Turner are going to try to complete the transaction on a three-point play. But this sophomore out of Willowick, Ohio, Destiny Leo, is looking to try to will her team to yet another victory and stay undefeated.
She was picked on the preseason second team All-Horizon League. She wants a spot on that first team by the end of the year, and who am I to argue with her?
Tell you what, after this performance, she's definitely on my watch list.
Free throw good. It's a two-point game. And she's going to be probably head-to-head with Ivy Turner the rest of the way. Turner typically gets those assignments.
She's not on her now.
No, it's Garcia on her, and here comes Leo driving in a scoop shot and drawing the contact. And Destiny Leo will go to the free throw line for two.
Pretty much just a glancing blow there by Grayson Rose. And that's going to put Leo back at the line.
The 1HL group is a student-athlete-led initiative that seeks to celebrate unity and inclusion while also bringing meaningful change across the Horizon League by encouraging student-athletes to be the change. Projects have included the annual Coach John McClendon Day, voter registration drives, and celebrations around diversity and inclusion. Learn more at horizonleague.com/1HL or by searching the hashtag 1HL on social media.
Talk about John McClendon, the former head coach at Cleveland State.
We're going to have another John McClendon Day, the second annual.
Looking forward to it.
I know we had a lot of great discussions on our broadcasts. Last year as Duval needs to knock one down, and she does.
Duval needs to get heated up here for Northern Kentucky. That's 8 points, and she has got to be someone that Northern Kentucky looks to on the offensive end.
Setting up the high screen, trying to get around Garcia, and everybody to the floor. It's still on the floor, and finally coming out with is Williams, and then a foul going to be called on Ivy Turner as she tried to pull it free.
Well, that all started when Leo drove to the basket and lost her footing. Coming out to Williams, let's just retrace it right here. This is going to be the two-pointer there. Nice ball fake by Lindsay Duval as she knocks it down. And then on the other end, Leo's driving to the rack. Lost her footing, the ball comes loose, and Deja Williams ended up with it.
She might have been a little shaken up there.
Ivy Turner tried to rip it away from her. Williams hits the ground, and I don't know if she hit her head when she landed on the ground or not. That's what she keeps going for. But
I think she went down to the trainer. She's like, I'm fine. And
yeah,
did you jog back up?
Yeah, don't look at me yet. Wait till after the game.
Leo can't get it to go. Duval the rebound. The Norse a chance to tie or take the lead. After a sluggish first couple
wide
quarters.
Open. She should have been ready to shoot that ball, but Duval's not what you would call a classic standstill shooter. She gets a lot of hers
Garcia for
downhill.
three. Rattles out. And then a jump ball is reaching in that time was Duval. It'll go to Cleveland State.
How about Lindsay Duval? She's got that look on her face right now that she is not going to allow her team to lose if it has anything to do with her.
I think she's got that look. I think Destiny Leo has that look. It's going to be a fun final 6:51 here. And a big early season Horizon League showdown.
There's that matchup we talked about, Turner guarding Leo. And how about Souter getting into the passing lane there? They tried to force that one down low.
Garcia gets in some trouble, finds Turner. Over to Duval, lining up the triple, and it rattles out once again. And Dumas able to grab the rebound, but as she's falling over, she throws it away.
Great job by Garcia to not quit on that play. And how about Duval with the floater right at the Horizon League logo, gets that 10th point and ties it up.
It's been a tough night for Lindsay Duval offensively, as you can see from the shooting percentage. But the good players find a way as Turner pokes that out of bounds. And Duval's tied this one up at 49. It's a 12-2 Northern Kentucky run.
Definitely the matchup that you talked about, putting Turner on Leo.
For those who didn't see it, in that game against Green Bay when Northern Kentucky picked up their first ever victory in Green Bay, Ivy Turner had Megan Pengel all night and held her to 0 of 10 from the floor and no points. Here's a chance to retake the lead for the three. Is no good for Gabriella Smith, and it goes out of bounds to Northern Kentucky.
That Souter might have had a hand on that, but Zeniewska chased it out of bounds because she knew she touched it last. And now Northern Kentucky has a chance to take the lead for the first time in what seems like forever.
Cleveland State, one of their last 7 from the floor as their offense has gone cold at the wrong time. Turner has it ripped away by Smith.
Eating somebody up.
Here's Leo to the other end, lays it in, and Cleveland State back on top.
That was Gabriella Smith just stealing somebody's lunch money right there. Just took it right away from Turner. You just can't have that ball free and casual like that.
Destiny Leo 5 points off of a career high she set earlier this year. She's got 25 of Cleveland State's 51. And it's the Vikings back on top. Garcia with a crossover, hands it off. Ivy Turner with 10 on the timer, tries to bounce the pass through and hit off of the foot of Zeniewska and then the face of Dumas.
Hey, that hit Dumas in the face, poor thing. Jim to go to the bench and check those chiclets, make sure they are all secure.
There's nothing worse than when it's deflected like that, and there's no way you could possibly imagine that coming up towards your head.
That's always my biggest fear calling volleyball, is it somehow gets smoked right in the face by that ball coming about 80 miles an hour.
You're going to try to get the shot clock figured out, I think.
This is going to be a quasi timeout here for the two teams.
The Horizon League is one of the most storied basketball conferences in the country, with NCAA and WNIT tournament victories last season and 4 teams reaching postseason play in 2019. To learn more, visit horizonleague.com or by searching the hashtag HLWBB on social media.
That was almost a 5-second violation there.
Cleveland State by 2 as Duval hands it off. Emmy Souter, triple team, and it goes out of bounds and will go back to Cleveland State.
She threw it to the people in the first row. I don't know what she thought she saw there, but a double team closed in on her. She was the escape valve for Duval. Souter just cost it up.
A couple big stops for the Vikings, who've retaken the lead and kind of slowed the momentum of Northern Kentucky, but there's Turner going to work. Turner up and under, lays it in.
Boy, Turner almost got too far underneath the basket. Gets Leo up in the air and finishes. And we're all tied up again at 51. Oh, I thought we had another steal there. We do. Oh.
Poked away, but Guafeng, right place, right time, able to grab it back for Cleveland State.
Gabriella Smith says, all right, let's just slow things down. Let's give Destiny Leo the ball and just reset.
Zeniewska just beyond the elbow. Gets it over Leo for the triple. Leo does not go. Battle for the rebound. It's a jump ball at the other end. And this will give it back to Northern Kentucky.
I thought for sure Duval ripped that ball out of the hands of Smith, but instead they both possessed it simultaneously long enough to have the jump ball, and on the alternate possession, Northern Kentucky gets it back.
A lot of toughness on both ends right now.
For sure. I mean, this is conference play at its finest, Matt Sexton.
Duval for 3. Doesn't get it to go, left it short. Battle for the rebound comes down to Brittany Moore.
Didn't look like Duval was set there properly. Kind of spinned in the air on her shot.
Smith drives in the lane, hands it off. Guafeng is fouled. She'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, good job there by Grayson Rose. No easy buckets down low. Rose says you're going to go to the free throw line and earn it the hard way.
Mel Guafeng able to get that great pass, and 4 minutes to go.
Rose, that's just her second foul. And just like that, Guafeng back irons the first attempt there.
Interesting mechanics on this free throw.
Yeah, watch her duck her head there. I saw that watching tape.
She missed them both.
And that's definitely not how. But if it goes in for you, it goes in for you. At this point in their career, it's too late to just scrap it and start over.
No style points on free throws. Just kind of worry about them going in. Nearly getting in trouble there was Turner. Gets it back out. Garcia to Rose. Duval tried to line it up. 9 on the timer. Turner using the high screen, blocked by Leo. Garcia chased it down. Going to have to get a shot off, and gets it on off, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. Great defensive work by Cleveland State.
I don't know if it's that Garcia didn't recognize or if that she just didn't feel confident with the shot there in the corner, but definitely puts down way too many dribbles, and it turns into a turnover on a shot clock violation.
This is hold your breath, white knuckle stuff on both ends right now.
I got a seatbelt on. I hope you do.
Not in a seatbelt at home. You're on the edge of your seat, and that's the only reason why. We come down to the last 3:15 of regulation. Leo uses the high ball screen for the triple. She's got it.
How about that? That's a sniper right there. Destiny Leo just quiets the crowd here, and the Vikings retake the lead as Northern Kentucky is tied it a couple of times, but just can't get over the hump.
She knew that was good. She was backing up. Here's Rose to the other end. Can't finish. Zinjewska grabs the rebound. And Cleveland State with a 3-point lead with 2:45 to go. Now can slow it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's exactly what Coach Killsmeyer said. Earlier they were trying to force the action. A nice little deflection there by Rose. Can't just be casual with those passes in the high post.
Garcia now guarding Leo. 9 on the timer. Leo gets the handoff. Here goes Leo to the baseline. It's open. Basket in the foul. We'll see. They're going to discuss this.
Wow, they keep on.
It's a block.
Yeah, that's a good call. Souter, two things. She was in the restricted area, and she wasn't set. I don't know why they got to confer. That seemed pretty easy from our vantage point.
Basket in the foul. Destiny Leo, and she'll give a chance to put the Vikings up by 6.
These officials don't seem to have the confidence to call a block charge right now. I imagine they're going to come over here and check it on the replay. Might as well get it right. I mean, if you don't have the confidence to call it in real time, you got to get it right at the moment.
So the question is are they strictly looking restricted area here? Which would be assuming that she was set, because otherwise you wouldn't worry about restricted area or not. We're going to take a look. Which would be assuming that she was set, because otherwise you wouldn't worry about restricted area or not. We're going to take a look ourselves. Her left foot was right on the line, it appeared.
Looks like she's falling backwards as the player was coming towards her.
This one looks like an easy one. We'll take another look ourselves. Yep, that left foot still in the restricted area to me. My opinion doesn't matter, though. I don't
Certainly does not. I mean, in real time, it looked a lot easier to call her in the restricted area. Now you get a second opportunity to give it a look, you know, frame by frame here. Even if she's not in the restricted area, I don't think she beats Leo to the spot anyway.
Correct.
That's another layer of it.
And that's why I didn't think it really even mattered, because I don't think
and she's falling backwards at the same time.
When Leo goes up, I don't even think she's there. She gets
totally. I thought that's what I saw in real time, but you know, what do I know, right?
But again,
I'm just here talking about this stuff.
But that's why they look at it. They look at it to 100%. Make sure they get it right. And
here it is again.
And we're gonna
watch the looks on the faces. Coach Witt has the best facial expressions. She's just staring a hole through the guy.
But it's so hard too, because all these masks. And you get the thumbs up, Killsmeyer to his bench, so they know the calls. And I don't think that's probably not going to surprise.
It should.
Cameron Whitaker.
I just love how she stares a hole through the guy and just lets him squirm while he tries to give his explanation. That's fantastic to me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you know. Just tell me to call.
Brady Labor, Destiny Leo has tied a career high with 30 points, and she has shown up the winning time.
That was against Quincy, a former GLBC opponent of Northern Kentucky, which means they're a Division II school, a very good Division II program. But this is against a Division I conference foe.
Chance to make it a 6-point game.
And it's been in money time here in the fourth quarter that Destiny Leo has played her best.
A career-high 31 for Destiny Leo.
11 of 15 shooting from the floor, has made 4 3-pointers.
And time now a factor for Northern Kentucky as Rose going to take the elbow jumper, and it doesn't go, and Guafeng able to pull down the rebound. Northern Kentucky going to about get to the point where they have to start thinking about fouling with 2 minutes to go, down by 6.
Right there, Duval was just trying to deny the handoff.
Smith going to take the jumper and knock it down.
Gabriella Smith, second leading scorer on the team, coming off the bench, just over 10 points. Been quiet tonight, but that was a big bucket right there.
Vikings come up with an 8-0 run when they absolutely needed it. And the rebound pulled down by Zeniewska. And now the Vikings looking to put this one away. Bounce pass to Moore, but doesn't finish. And then the ball going to go out of bounds. It will stay with Cleveland State with 1:37 to go.
No look pass there by Smith. She looks off of one teammate, throws to the other. Just didn't get the finish, Matt Sexton. That was fantastic there. Everything but the missed layup.
It's a 10-2 run for Cleveland State. Northern Kentucky hasn't scored in 3 minutes and 18 seconds, and the Norse will take a timeout with 1:37 to go. It was a 51 all ball.
Struggle to find offense here as Lindsey Duval only 3 for 14 from the floor tonight for 10 points. You know, we focused on Ivy Turner, 5 of 11 with 16 points. Just need to get more help than that. Grayson Rose gets a double-double, 11 points and 10 rebounds, but, you know, a lot of missed opportunities here for Northern Kentucky, but still a lot of time to play. She got to get a stop here or it all means nothing.
And here's a three-pointer on the way, and it is good for Gabriella Smith.
That probably right there is the dagger, Matt Sexton. You know, a lot of missed opportunities here for Northern Kentucky. A lot of time to play. She got to get a stop here or it all means nothing.
And here's a three-pointer on the way, and it is good for Gabriella Smith.
That probably right there is the dagger, Matt Sexton.
Cleveland State responds to the Northern Kentucky push by going on an 11-0 run. And they lead at 62-51. Another miss for the Norse as Mitchell Steen grabs the rebound. She misses everything. Now a race, and guess who wins it? Gabriella Smith, and she's fouled with 1:09 to go. Everybody wondered where Cleveland State stood because obviously you look at the undefeated record, but they have the forfeit win over IUPUI. They're going to get another forfeit win on Sunday against Wright State. And their other win was against UIC, who I think you still think is probably a bottom third type team. Although
well, they for sure are. I mean, I saw the tape, but
yeah, but now you know. I mean, this is you want to see.
They won this game without huge contribution from Gabriella Smith coming off the bench.
83% from the line. First one rattles home.
You know, Guafeng didn't play very well tonight. She's the third leading scorer, so I mean, and you didn't get hardly anything out of Gadwell also. So you got to realize they did a lot of this on the back of Destiny Leo. If they can get these other guys going again, they're going to be a tough out later on down the line, that's for sure.
And a foul going to be called as Duval is fouled. Well, if Destiny Leo can continue playing like this, not only will she be a lock for that first team at the end of the season, but people ought to start mentioning her name when they talk about Macy Williams trying to win another Player of the Year award. They better not forget about Destiny Leo.
Well, you got to win a bunch of games, though, too. That's part of it. You know, the most valuable player in the league usually comes from a top third team, and that is where Cleveland State is trying to land. You know, they were picked 6th in the league in the preseason poll. We talked about how that doesn't mean anything, obviously, but that just shows the kind of lack of respect they had going into the season from everybody else around the league, and they're just pretty much trying to make a statement here tonight.
Everybody saw Mariah White departing, but they returned pretty much everybody else. And to see someone like Destiny Leo, who, you know, was a very good role player, but somebody coming off the bench last year, and the spotlight's on her now, and she's happy to take it and more.
And they're going to have to find one other consistent scorer that can average you 10, 12 points a game every single night. Nice kick out there. One more. Smith says, that'll be me. Can knock it down.
Zenyeska able to knock the offensive rebound out to Leo, and
then we have a whistle.
they're going to, well, the shot clock should have gone to 20 because it was an offensive rebound, so it shouldn't have shut off, I think was the issue. Now they've got it at 17. Not important as far as the outcome of this game, but from officials who get graded on those sorts of things, you know, they're playing for tournament.
Hey, they're putting out game tape as well.
Northern Kentucky will try to rebound on Sunday. And that will be against Purdue-Fort Wayne. Rich Hoyt and I will have that one for you at 2 o'clock on ESPN+.
That way you have more than a competent sidekick for that one, and hopefully a guy that can bring you a win.
I think that's more what the Norse will be hoping for on Sunday, as that jumper's no good. Garcia the rebound. Moving it ahead, and it's going to be loose on the floor and go out of bounds, and that pretty much sums up the second half of this fourth quarter for Northern Kentucky.
It's going to be a third straight time Cleveland State defeats Northern Kentucky.
Well, if Cleveland State didn't have everybody's attention before, they've got everybody's attention now. The Vikings go on the road on the back of a career-high night for Destiny Leo, and they defeat Northern Kentucky by a final score of 63-52. Brady Labor, your final thoughts.
Impressive performance here by Cleveland State. They came into Northern Kentucky's home, and they spoiled the party, and they have just pretty much put everybody in this league on notice. Northern